ever had those weeks where you get to the weekend and you think to yourself, I need a full day in my garage? Well, that was my week this week. That is the day today. It's been a heck of a week. I need a little bit of decompression. So that's why we are here. We are back with it with the 2007, the OG Silverado interior, hopefully buttoning up the last details today and getting everything reassembled. So welcome back to paradise. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Lonestar Hawaiian Garage. Let's get working. Guys, this car is way too quiet, but I'm happy to update you that that won't be a problem for long. We have now worked out all the details and we have a full exhaust system being built as we speak. Now the question is, what do we go with? Comments below, what do you guys think? What type of exhaust are we gonna be landing on with this one? And we have some surprises for you guys, and I haven't really said anything about this until now. All of this is about 8 different samples of carbon fiber vinyl wrap. We have textured, we have gloss, we have matte, we have all kinds of stuff because we are in fact gonna be accenting a lot of this interior in carbon fiber. I would love a texture feel on it as well. But the question is, what are we gonna do carbon? What are we gonna leave plastic? What are we leaving black? And are we gonna do this radial bezel? And I think we're going to. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull all this carbon fiber vinyl pieces out of there and figure out which one we're going with, because this is gonna be sick. All right guys, we got quite a bit going on today. So we have carbon fiber hitting a lot of the trim, we have a lot of installation happening, we have a few repairs here and there, and I need to disassemble that radio one more time because I think I'm gonna wrap part of it. So, a lot to get done today. All right guys, we got all the vinyl laid out on the table and I'm trying to keep it organized because I'm gonna forget where I got a lot of these from and I'm hoping not to mix them up. So we have quite a few different brands. From right to left, we have RVinyl, we have an off-brand, this is Diyah, D-I-Y-A-H, gloss carbon, we have Tech Wrap, we have Vivid Vinyl, actually a few different of them. So if you guys do know, Vivid's actually what I've gone with a lot of my applications. The roof of my truck is done in Vivid, the stripe down the side, the stripes on the front, and the front wrap as well. So I have a lot of Vivid and I like this stuff. So we have a gloss carbon here from Vivid. We have a matte carbon here from Vivid. And then these two as well. These are like super texturized. So I'm curious how these are. And then lastly over here, another kind of off-brand, a gloss carbon. So what we're gonna do, I've cut out a small piece of each of these. I'm going to stick it on the table and just see how they feel when they're applied. A lot of them do have this like clear plastic on top of it to protect the gloss. So let's stick them on the table, figure out which one we're going with, and then we're gonna figure out what the heck we're actually going to be wrapping on the interior. These are sweet, guys. These are really cool. All right guys, these are all really cool in their own way. The gloss would be cool for like an exterior panel. I don't think it's gonna look good on the inside, so we're not doing any of the glosses. And I've kind of come down to either the Vivid Vinyl right here or the RVinyl. So what I've done, I actually have both of them stuck on this little door panel, which is going back on my door. As you can see there, top is the RVinyl, a little bit closer of a weave, and the Vivid is a little bit larger carbon fiber weave. Texture-wise, this one's a little more rough than the top one, but both do have that carbon fiber feel texture. And I'm gonna disclaimer this. This is not real carbon fiber. This is vinyl wrap. Just to be clear, we are all understanding this is not real carbon fiber. Color tone wise, that's where there's a difference. This is more of a gray color tone. This is a little bit deeper of a black. And then coming here, kind of next to my door panel, you kind of see the difference there. That dark looks good. The gray might just be a little too gray for this interior. So this is where it's going to stay. Man, that's gonna look so good. I think this gray actually might look good on a Trail Boss, but that's gonna be a video for another day. We're gonna go with the RVinyl. I like the closer weave. I like the texture. It's a little thinner of material, so I think it's gonna be a little bit easier to work with to get around some of the difficult handling pieces. Nothing wrong with either of them yet, but yeah, there is the Vivid Vinyl and the RVinyl. I'll link both in the description below so you can take a look for yourself. So the one we landed on, the RVinyl, I believe it is a 3M product. It does have 3M printed on the inside. The question is, what exactly are we gonna be wrapping on the interior? I know for sure I'm gonna be wrapping these interior door panel trims. Everything that was gray is gonna go carbon fiber. That's gonna look really good, no question. The window switches, I'm gonna try to wrap these. These will be a little more difficult because we have the buttons and stuff and this inlay here. I'm gonna try to pop this out if I can without breaking plastic. So we have those. We have the rear one. I think the best route here is just to start wrapping and hope it sticks and then figure it out as we go. But then again, that's what we do with everything. So you should be pretty used to that by now. All right, so one thing I'm trying to do is make sure the carbon fiber weave looks decent with the different pieces. Obviously, this is a somewhat directional weave, right? So you try to get your paneling kind of pointed in the right direction. So I'm gonna cut this one first, get this wrapped, and then figure out directionally what's gonna look good for this piece here. It's like when you're a kid and you gotta show mom when you do something really cool, so. Nice hair flip.
I like it.
That's sick. Should we do your trail boss?
Wow, so cool.
Can you say carbon fiber?
Copper fiber.
Not close enough. All right, so that is amazing looking. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna do this piece. And I think on the handle here, which goes up on the top, the center portion is gonna hit some carbon. So both driver and passenger doors are done. This looks really, really good. Front and back on both sides, and also the grab handle here on the passenger side. I wrapped the center portion here to kind of tie in and break up some of that nasty beige-ish color. Next thing we're gonna do is actually skip over this part and go directly to the steering wheel, because this is a little bit of a project. To get these trim pieces off, from what I found out, you actually have to take the airbag completely out, undo a bunch of bolts, and then these come out. But I went ahead and unhooked the battery once again about an hour ago. So we're probably good to go to pull this out. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab an Allen wrench, pop these out, pull the airbag out, and then take the trim pieces off, because we're gonna wrap this next. That was a pain. Like, the insides of this was an absolute pain to wrap, but that looks so good. That is gonna be so sweet on the steering wheel. And just the direction of it, I think it turned out perfect. I did have to cut and lay an inlay right here on the very inside, just because I don't want to stretch it too much and then for it to pull back. What you doing, dude? Bye. Oh, there's another one. He's back. Cool. Another fun night in Paradise Cove. He's back. I don't even know what that is. Bye. Well, we got the steering wheel back in, and I cannot wait to get the rest of these parts in here. This looks so freaking cool. And the fact that this only costs a couple bucks to do, and I'm doing the entire truck like this, is a complete transformation on a budget. And I'm happy I kind of laid that out how I did. The only thing I got to figure out what I'm doing with this is the bow tie, but that'll be probably the last step we do. All right, guys, back the next day. I got my off-brand shirt with my Adidas pants, my Nike shoes, and my Under Armour socks. Perfect. So what we're gonna be doing today is hopefully finishing this thing up. I had a bit of a backtrack last night because I got impatient and tried to paint this when it was too cold. The plastic was too cold. Paint didn't stick, and as you can see there, the finish is just horrendous. I freaking hate painting plastic. And another, I guess, burnt amount of time was trying to wrap this in carbon fiber. And it turned out okay. I'm just worried that some of the backings are gonna peel up over time. I don't know how long this is going to last, but it looks good for now. So that is the idea there. We're gonna throw carbon fiber on what used to be chrome, and then the backing is now going to be gloss, but I gotta sand that down, smooth it out, get a couple of coats on there, let it flash in the sunlight, and then we got more carbon fiber for this piece, the radio bezel. So, time for me to keep working. I like them apples. That turned out so freaking good and so much better than what it was just a moment ago. So that's all done. This is back on. We're about ready for reassembly. We also threw a first coat back onto my gauge cluster, and this coat actually stuck. So hopefully this round goes good with the paint. And that's pretty much all the major pieces we needed to wrap. We have a few extra scrap pieces, so I think on the center I might actually cover up the caps here, just these two, just to tie that in together. And that should do it for the majority of the wraps. I might do something with that bow tie, we'll do that last. But let's go ahead and start the reassembly. All right, so we're about to hook up the battery, so wish me that. Look at that transformation. Yes, that's slightly sarcastic because it doesn't look super changed from the inside because all the work we did was kind of up underneath and behind the scenes. All 4 speakers have been replaced with Kicker DS speakers. We got a 10-inch comp sub in the rear, running off our built-in amplifier on our Sony head unit. Yes, this is not as good as a normal amplifier. We'll probably upgrade it in the future, but this is plenty good for now for me. And Dynamat, lining every square inch of this interior, and I'm hoping it does well because that was a ton of work and I haven't driven this yet. but that drive is coming soon to a vlog near you. Yes, that'll be in our next upload, in which we're also going to be installing a reverse camera. You guys were asking for a reverse camera, so I went ahead and got one. We also have a few repairs to do. That kick panel down there was just split in half, so I have to have a plastic welder, and I'm going to try to repair that kick panel. On the driver's side, this switch panel here, that carbon fiber wrap, I'm blown away at how easy this was to work with. You add a little bit of heat on it, it just becomes so workable, and it stuck really well, and I'm hoping it lasts. We'll see if in this Texas summer if it does. The driver's steering wheel is completely transformed. That carbon fiber wrap, deleting that ugly silver plastic trim, completely transformed the look of this steering wheel. And I kind of like this gold bow tie. I was planning on getting rid of it at first, but let me know in the comments. Should I get rid of it or keep it as is? On the gauge cluster, obviously we painted this gloss black. We have carbon fiber wrapped around this trim. I did not notice this earlier. It was not intentional, but as you see there and you saw in the montage, this black gloss actually reflects a little bit of that teal color. So it actually almost creates this really cool effect of that teal ring around the gauge cluster. And that looks really, really cool, completely unintentional. On the radio bezel, as you saw before, this black didn't match with this black, didn't match with this black, but that doesn't matter anymore. Look at that wrap. We almost matched it up. It was almost perfect, just off by a little bit. On the glove box, we have this trim done on the glove box. On the passenger side, the switch panel and handle. We also did this handle here, just to give it a little bit of a touch. And then on top, we wrapped this portion and that portion of the overhead light, just to tie the carbon fiber a little bit more. And then there, we also did the window switch panel. So there's little touches of carbon fiber wrap here and there throughout the truck. It's completely given me a new kind of look and feel, especially from the driver's seat. I love the way this turned out. It's beyond my expectation. I didn't think it was going to be this good, but I'm happy it was. But I'm tired. Guys, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for hanging out till this point in the video. If you enjoyed this one, if you like the way this looks, please smash that like button below. It helps me out, it helps the channel out. If you haven't joined the Lonestar Hawaiian family just yet, scroll down. If I've earned your subscription, hit that subscribe button below. So we have a lot planned for this thing this year, not just the interior. And a lot of people are asking, why didn't I wrap this in leather? It's because I'm saving my money, because I'm going even crazier for the interior than you might think, but that's gonna be later on. It's late. I need to get this video edited and up for you guys, so that's gonna do it for this one, and we will see you in a few days for our next video. As always, y'all take care, and aloha.